Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. I'm Patrice, and today some of my organizational problems will be getting solved. Vevor sent me a new sewing cart that they have, and I should be able to use that with some of my embroidery machines and my sewing machines. It's a cart, it has an extended table, and I'm interested in seeing how easy this is going to be to put it together. But I'm more interested in seeing how useful this is going to be inside of my craft room, and with helping me kind of keep some of my machines together and having a dedicated place for some of my machines. Having a lot of machines can sometimes be a very messy ordeal. And I do like for my machines to have a stationary place that I can always go to and just pull it out and it's right there and I can use it. So this card seems like it's going to be answering a lot of my needs. So let's unbox it, see how easy it is, and see how useful it is. Let's get started. All right, guys, so we're going to be opening up this sewing stand from Vevor. So let's put this together. This should be super helpful for me when I'm sewing. It is a sewing stand, and we just have to put it together. All right, so let's take all of these parts out.
Alright guys, so everything was packaged nicely and everything is labeled, which made it very easy to identify the parts.
Alright y'all, so we are going to be putting together this folding sewing table that Vevor sent to me. Now it doesn't look too difficult. The instructions they seem pretty clear. Even though there seems to be a lot of parts to it, it still feels like I don't feel overwhelmed. So that's a good thing. I'm going to open up this additional box, and this box, I'm just going to see what's inside of it, but we pretty much have the shell of the sewing table. Now inside, these are probably like any screws and things that we may need. So I'm going to get ready to open this up and see what's in here. All right, let's pull this stuff out. Yep, there's tons of nuts and bolts in here, like tons. All right, let's see, are there any more? Yep. All right, so the wheels, and I love anything on wheels. Anytime I get a shelf or any storage, I always want to, if it doesn't come with wheels, I always try to put it on wheels. So this is great for us. All right, so let's see what else we have to do. There's like a funny smell to this though. I do feel that it smells, but let's get started. It didn't look like there were any screwdrivers or anything like that. I do see an Allen wrench in here, a small one. So I guess maybe that's all they say that we'll need, but we'll see. We will see. There are definitely lots and lots and lots of nuts and bolts. Lots and lots and lots. So we're going to get started. Now I do like that the instructions, they're very, very detailed, telling you each of the parts, like the shelves, those are numbered, and then the nuts and bolts also have numbers on it so that you'll know what to do. Okay, so I'm just going to put this together. Alright guys, so all of the parts have labeling on them. The dowels, because we have two sets, that has a P on it and an O on it. So I can't say for now, like, they've made it super easy to identify all of the parts that you're going to need. And then the instructions pretty much tell you what you'll need, and they're labeled as well. So for this first part, I'm just going to go ahead and get this set up. And I'm just following the instructions.
Alright, y'all, putting this together was super duper easy. The instructions were on point. The visuals inside of the instructions made everything a lot easier, and also they had everything labeled. And so, with those letters and numbers on the different parts, it made it super easy to match everything up and make sure that we were doing this correctly. So, you will need a screwdriver. A screwdriver did not come with the kit, but if you have a screwdriver on hand, a Phillips head screwdriver, you'll be perfectly fine. So that's what we're doing now. We're just tightening everything up. And this part is a shelf that's going to go on the front door of the cart.
Alright, so we're done with this part, and we're going to set this to the side, and we're going to head over, get the rest of the parts for the next step. And so we have parts 10 and part 12, and I think we also need part 9. So this looks like this is part 9 right here, and everything is pretty much labeled. All right, so let's get ready. I think it's going to be first 10 and 12. Let's pull out those instructions again. And the instructions are super duper detailed. They tell you exactly what you're going to need. So I'm going to need 11 and 12. And the other 11 is over there. I'll get that. Also 9 and 10. So 11, 12, 9, 10. So these are the two 10s. And this is 9. And I'll get 11. And then we still need our D screws. We have the D screws. We need our P dowels. And we're going to be good to go. Alright guys, so I'm just going to time lapse the rest of the video for the most part because honestly, this was very easy to put together. Now, you do need to know how to read instructions and follow instructions because everything is broken down. They're very, very detailed in the instructions and which parts go where and that sort of thing. So I did find this to be helpful. It took me about 2.5 hours to get this done. And that's just reading and making sure that I was putting everything correctly. Now, I do love the fact that this machine comes with wheels, so you can place wheels on it and you can wheel it around. Once we set everything up, you'll see the machines that I'm able to place inside and how everything goes. You can alter it around if you like to. If you don't want the spool holders, you don't have to have them, but I do find them handy for having here inside, like inside of the cart with the machines. So I think I ended up placing my Singer heavy duty sewing machine inside and also my serger. I just feel like having those two together, I can easily wheel it out. And the extended tray on the top, or the extended tabletop, I love that because it folds down and you can fold it up, and it's very, very steady. Okay, so for that particular part, you may get help doing it. I was able to do it alone, but you may need help if you can't hold it together while you're trying to sew while you're trying to screw both parts on. But for the most part, I was able to get it done. Okay, y'all, so we're almost done with our sewing cart, and all we need to do is put pegs here for the thread.
All right, guys, so I placed this panel upside down, so I had to take it off and turn it the correct way because the pegs were not going in the correct way. So that was a simple fix, and we were able to get it on correctly. To make sure that the pegs were inserted into the hole, I did get a hammer and just try to, make sure that they were nice and stuck inside of there. So I went and I grabbed some spools of thread and I placed them on there, and that looks really good, but I don't know if I'm going to keep those there because I need that space. So of course I had to start loading this baby up with my machinery, and I went and grabbed my serger, and the serger fits in there nicely. I went and grabbed my embroidery machine, my brother's sketch machine, because I'm trying to fit as many things as I can inside of this cart.
So the brother sketch didn't fit, it's too tall. The Singer fits good. I tried to put multiple machines on one rack, however, it doesn't work because it won't close with the spools there. So if you take the spools off, the spools of thread off, you could probably do that, but I don't necessarily want to take them off because I prefer to leave it like that. So this machine or this cart is going to be able to fit two of my machines, and I'm just placing the Singer and pushing it all the way back so that way when it's closed, when that door closes, it can close all the way. Alright, so I put a few more things in there and we're closing it, and I love this cart, y'all. I love it so much. I wish it was a little bit larger because I want to put more things inside of it, but for the most part everything looks good. This is what the back looks like. So it has a door on the front, but it doesn't have anything on the back. Now if you want, you can put a panel there to close it up if that's what you want, but it doesn't come with one like that. So yeah, I like it. I think it looks good. All right, y'all, so we are all done with setting up the new sewing cart, and overall I really think I like it. I think I'm going to like it. It seems very, very sturdy. I love the fact that the wheels come with it. It's on wheels. Now of course it's not gonna house all of my embroidery and sewing machines, but for maybe the ones that I use more often, I do feel like I will use that, and I can at least keep the machines that I use more often inside or on top and use it as I need it. So I do like that. As far as the spools of threads going inside, I may take the spools of thread out. They are useful if you don't have a lot of things to put inside of it, but I do want to kind of get two machines on one shelf. So because of that, I will need to move the spools of thread. But nonetheless, like if I didn't have so many machines, if I had one or two, this is going to be perfect. But because I want to do too much, maybe it's just me doing too much, being a little bit extra. However, I do think that the cart is very useful, and there is enough space in there to get quite a few of your notions and things that you may have along with your sewing machine and or single needle embroidery machine. I will have a link listed below in the description if you are interested in getting this sewing cart as well. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to click the thumbs up button. Also, make sure to head over to Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok and join the Craftable Things communities there as well. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on your way out. But that's it for today, y'all. Thank you all so much for watching. Until next time.